citizen, then all bets are off, and it is likely that someday we're going to know who this is. Let me read this to you again. The Justice Department has refused to provide the documents to Nunes. Intelligence officials say the material that Nunes wants could jeopardize the source, a U.S. citizen who has aided the Mueller investigation. The subpoena, which was reviewed by the Washington Post, demands, quote, all documents referring or related to the individual referenced in Chairman Nunes' April 24, 2018, classified letter to Attorney General Sessions. That is the only material the subpoena seeks. Devin Nunes is seeking the identity and activities of one person. In an interview on Wednesday, Nunes maintained he's not interested in any particular individual, meaning he hasn't named anybody. He just wants to know who this is. He said, we're interested in documents that should have been given to us at least last fall. That's what we're looking for. And any claim to the contrary is wrong, and they know it's wrong. Nunes said that the DOJ blocked access to specific documents and that the language in the subpoena was an effort to get access to the underlying information. Key takeaways from the Nunes memo. President Trump approved the release of a controversial classified congressional memo on February 2nd. They published some of the claims in it, but this is the thrust of the Washington Post story, and it is from this week. Now we move to the I think it's Kimberly Strassel wrote it. It's the Wall Street Journal editorial that runs today. The latest intel leak is designed to block a House subpoena. Last Tuesday, the Washington Post published a story with the headline, Secret Intelligence Source Who Aided Mueller Probe at Center of Latest Clash Between Nunes and Justice Department. The story in the Post reports the House Intelligence Chairman Devin Nunes recently sent a classified letter and subpoena demanding information about a top-secret intelligence source. Now, the editor of the Journal says the story's bias is that Mr. Nunes, a nasty Republican, a really rascally Republican. This is the Post's bias. They claim that Nunes is threatening to compromise national security by trying to find out who this informant is. Yet the article itself discloses details that suggest the Post already knows who the source is. For example, the source is a U.S. citizen, has been an informant for both the CIA and the FBI, has provided information to Mueller. So the Journal editorial claims the Post already knows who this source is, and if they do, why can't Nunes? Well, Nunes learning somehow would violate national security. The story also says intelligence officials fear that outing the source could damage relationships with other countries. Well, only if the source is a foreign citizen, but we know now the source isn't. The source is a U.S. citizen, so outing the source would not damage relationships with other countries unless this source has also been involved in screwing other countries. But it suggests that the source has worked overseas. If they're going to claim that a U.S. citizen cannot be outed here because he might damage relationships with other countries, it means he has worked overseas, suggests anyway. Story says the role of the intelligence source could further provoke Republicans who have accused Justice and the FBI of engaging in misuse of their surveillance power. And here we go, hinting that the government may have used the source to snoop on the Trump campaign. There it is.